Calvinism makes God an unjust monster. Greetings, sons and brothers and sisters with you. I am a Christian. I am going to be exposing the fable that is total depravity. Did you know that there was a man by the name of John Calvin who invented a false doctrine that says we inherit Adam's sin? Now that makes God a pretty unjust monster, doesn't it? I mean to say that you and I are responsible for Adam's sin, what Adam did for what Adam did in the garden, we are guilty of it. Well, that would make God an unjust monster, now wouldn't it? Why do I say that? The soul that sins, it shall die. The Father shall not bear the iniquity of the Son. The Son shall not bear the iniquity of the Father. The righteousness of the righteous upon himself, and the wickedness of the wicked upon himself. Did I make that passage up? Nope, Ezekiel 18:20. Ezekiel, in Ezekiel's days, had a philosophy similar to the Calvinists. They would say the children, the fathers eat the sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge. They were dealing with this idea of inherited sin as well. But God tells Ezekiel very plainly that the soul that sins, it shall die. Now that doesn't sound like Calvinism to me. Furthermore, does that mean babies are gonna go to hell? Well, Matthew 18 answers that question. Jesus said, let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now, is Jesus admitting sinners into the kingdom? Is he, as they would say, admitting vipers and diapers into the kingdom? Because Jesus said, for little children are admitted into the kingdom. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Furthermore, if they were born in sin, Jesus says, be like sinners. What? Jesus says in Matthew 18 that unless you are converted and you become like these little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Jesus, the babies, the children are awful, wicked sinners. Why are you saying this? Well, Jesus must be wanting us to be wicked, awful people, horrible, because we inherit sin. Well, that's not true, friends. Obviously, children are innocent. If Jesus compares our access into the kingdom like that of little children, we're safe to assume that children have to be innocent. They have to be somewhat of a standard of holiness, of purity of innocence, because Jesus would be saying that you have to become like these horrible sinners. Now I want to take you to a passage that our Calvinist friends would say, but no. It says in Romans 5:12, death passed to all who sinned through Adam, and then they don't finish the verse. Why? Because all sin. Sin and death came from Adam, and sin reigned because all had sinned. See, it's because you and I sinned, we will be responsible for our own sin, not Adam's. We're not totally enabled. For if we were totally enabled, Jesus' charge in Matthew 11 would be pointless. In Matthew 11:28, he says, "Come to me." Wait a minute, Jesus. We are wicked sinners. We cannot possibly come to you. But Jesus says, come. And also, do you think anyone wicked will enter heaven? Well, this goes back to the point I made about children. So theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And so Calvinism is blatantly and utterly false. Specifically, total depravity makes God an unjust monster. I mean, he says, I'm gonna hold you guilty for something Adam did. When has God ever done that? God has said the soul that sins shall die. When we go before God on the day of judgment, Paul says in 2 Corinthians 5:10 that we all shall appear before the judgment seat of Christ and see those things done in our body, what we have done, not what Adam did. Calvinism is a fable made up by man last century. We're going to stand before God and give an account for what we have done. Luckily for Christians, we have the blood of Christ that continually cleanses us from all sin if we continue and if we choose to walk in the light. But if we choose to not walk in the light, we don't have the blood of Jesus Christ. And we will stand condemned on the day of judgment. So Calvinism, is it true? Well, let's recap. The soul that sins, it shall die. Ezekiel 18. Little children are said to be inheriting the kingdom of heaven by Jesus in Matthew 18. Unless Jesus is admitting awful sinners, which cannot enter Revelation 21:27, no impure thing can enter unless Jesus admits sinners into the kingdom. We would have to say that they're innocent. And we're going to stand before the judgment seat of Christ. The for everything that we've done, not Adam. So Calvinism is false and it has been exposed. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you all next time. God bless.